niggas, boxing, romance between a rabbit and a wolf. That'll probably be a bad idea down in the long run. Wolves and panda bears beating the shit out of lions. One of the only shows with multiple seasons that I've beaten in 3 days. My stench so putrid that my mother could comment on it from the other room. Oh, that was a joke. I don't stink that bad. Since season 3 part 1 came out last month, we're gonna be going over season 1 today. 100 likes on this video and now I'll do season 2. Alright y'all, this show starts off with an herbivore running from a carnivore going into an auditorium where he unfortunately ends up cornered and gets his ass ate out. Word got spread out through the school newspaper that old boy was found chewed up in the auditorium. And it's actually not that uncommon, it's actually a very common thing in this society. And with every devouring, carnivores and herbivores split further away from each other. Like, these niggas acting like I would let that happen if I was there, yo. This girl Els is in a drama club and she's minding her business, you know, not bothering nobody. That's when Els spots this big ass, tall, lanky ass gray wolf stalking her. And with the recent devouring incident, obviously she will be scared. And the absolute second that this girl gets alone, this man peeps out from behind the tree. Now I simply refuse to believe that Els didn't see this tall, lanky 6'1" ass nigga hiding behind this tree. Just look at this skinny ass tree, he clearly cannot hide behind this thing. The whole time this guy was just Tem's friend and he wanted to give her a love letter that Tem made before he died. This guy is also our main character, Legoshi. Now Legoshi considers himself to be cool, calm, and collected, but the whole time he's just awkward as shit. And that's a stark contrast in comparison to another important character in the story, Louis. And to be frank, in season 1, I didn't fuck with Louis. We meet another important character in the show named Haru. She's a regular white rabbit. She don't do too much. She's just a normal person for the most part. Yet the bitches at school stay getting all her meat for what? Bitches done threw her mattress out the window. How did y'all two little ass girls throw that giant ass mattress out the window? These are two female herbivores. They did not do that shit by themselves. And the same thing with Lewis. I really didn't like her until the later seasons. But let's cut back over to Legoshi, who got asked to stand guard outside. He's just sitting out there minding his business, keeping watch for Louis, and then all of a sudden, while he's minding his business, he just smells this scent. This scent happened to be a female herbivore, and Legoshi being a male carnivore, his body gotta react the way nature intended it to. That's what I thought at least, but this ain't no regular reaction. This nigga's tweaking the fuck out, yo. And guess who that scent belonged to? It's none other than a white rabbit we saw earlier that was just getting bullied. And now this small herbivore just found herself in a 1v1 with a gigantic ass carnivore. So she turned on a motherfucking jets and tried to get up out of there. Literally the only option she has if she wants to survive. But there was no chance of her outrunning a male carnivore in an open space. But by the grace of the man up above, this one guy comes out of the building calling for Legoshi, and she manages to get away with just a scratch on her arm. Now after nearly unintentionally killing someone, you're obviously gonna be a little bit down. Dude Legoshi was over here feeling guilty as hell. Nigga wasn't being himself. Dude almost got into a fight with somebody. Now Legoshi here is in a drama club, but he doesn't like act or anything. He just works behind the scenes. So his homeboy asked him to go up to the gardening club and get them some flowers. Lo and behold, the only member of the gardening club is the girl Legoshi almost killed the other night. Now after Legoshi's bitch ass homeboy briefly dips on him, Legoshi is bound to be a little bit awkward with the girl he nearly killed the other night. The whole time Haru don't even remember who the perpetrator was. She was just too focused on getting out. And that meant that Legoshi was off the hook for the most part.
No, you're right.
Now if I'm being honest with you, I completely forgot what happened here. But that doesn't matter. The short answer is that Legoshi's trying to ask her something and he can't figure out how to ask. So can somebody tell me why this 3'5", 33-pound female rabbit completely misinterprets what Legoshi was trying to say and she starts getting butt booty naked ready to fuck on him? Let me put this in perspective for y'all. Me and Legoshi damn near built the same. 6'1" and 160 pounds at this time, giving us a whopping 2' 6" height difference.
You can't fuck that leg, dog. Get out of here.
And the fact she's doing this so casually without Legoshi even saying anything confirms the worst thing to find out as a man when you meet a nice girl. This girl been passed around. And then she's like, it's my first time with a carnivore too. Sure don't look like it, you look calm as shit. And since Legoshi is too awkward and way too shy to go through with any of this, he just grabs her a blanket, throws it over her shoulders, and then skedaddles the hell out of there. And then directly after this scene, Legoshi's freak ass homeboy presses him against the wall. Like realistically, I was starting to think that every animal in this show was just horny as shit 24/7. Man, look at this. You can't tell me this nigga not trying to freak on Legoshi. And at the end of the day, after everything done happened, after he figured out the girl he liked done got trains ran on her, he's still somehow smiling. If that was me, I probably would have jumped off that ledge right there. Now after the play ends, Lewis ends up collapsing because his leg was broken the entire play. He still played on it, he didn't give a fuck. But now since he clearly cannot perform anymore, he nominates Bill to play Adler, or the main character in the story. And how do I put this? Bill is kind of an idiot. This dude Bill whips out a vial of rabbit blood, which is clearly illegal, and that shit's not gonna fly around Legoshi. And he don't give a fuck that it's just blood in general. He just don't like that it's rabbit blood. I can't remember. After Bill quickly busts Legoshi's ass, the play starts up and everything is fine. Everything is going according to plan until his bitch ass nigga Bill starts to fumble over his words and shit. Niggas started forgetting his lines and whatnot. Niggas out here genuinely sweating bullets. That's when Legoshi pulls up a little bit too early for the cue time. And at first I thought Legoshi was finna go up to him and help him out, you know, get him back on track with the script. Then we get this shot of Legoshi looking like Sasuke wearing that musty ass cloak. Then this dude Legoshi just says, fuck everything, I'm finna beat your ass, nigga. Tag sprints in a dead straight line and gives him the nastiest right hook of his life. Just consecutively throwing straight haymakers at this man's face. These were the first signs that Legoshi was a maniac, yo, I'm telling y'all. And this ass beating goes on for a calm minute and a half while he's just bugging. And after all these full force punches, this man Bill catches the last hit. Oh nah, I know Legoshi started praying right then and there. He turned into a Christian real quick. And then that's when Bill just hugs Legoshi out of nowhere. Like, I'm telling you, everybody trying to fuck on Legoshi. And then after a while, blood starts to drip from Legoshi's back. Whole time, this dude Bill just dug his claws deep into my man's back meat. Like, my nigga, really? All 5 fingers? Are you serious? And then that's when Louis pulls up and he breaks up the fight. Realistically, I have no idea why they stopped. They definitely could have just kept fucking fighting. Like, this skinny ass deer was not finna stop me from fighting this nigga. Legoshi and his homeboy Jack are just walking around, and that's when Jack figures out that Legoshi has a crush. But whole time Legoshi's crush Haru be fucking on Louis. Now, being straight with you, I have no idea what type of relationship they had, but all I know is that they be fucking on each other, and don't nobody know about it either. They really be doing this shit on the low. And the fact that made it worse, Louis was really laying that shit down. And keeping it 100 with you, this is what made me dislike Haru at the start of the series. But that's when I realized, hold up, I'm getting mad at the wrong person. The person I should be mad at is this bitch ass, frail ass nigga Louis. This dude is the most glazed and well-respected person in this entire school. Literally, he could have got anyone else, but he chose the one girl that's been ran through by everybody. Like, what sense does that make? And the thing is that he didn't even like her romantically. He was just doing it because he wanted to. Of course, we know every single school anime gotta have a festival, and the only reason that I'm mentioning it is because it sets up something important later in the show. But anyways, Haru was just minding her business, walking down the hallway with her flowers, where she just gets tripped for no reason. Genuinely just minding her business, bro. This shit frying. And the bitch that did, she mad disrespectful with it as well, grabbing her by the ears, holding her up like she a little baby. And while Haru was going off on these girls, trying to defend herself, they all just stopped looking at her and start looking at this nigga Legoshi behind her. And she don't even notice him, so she thinks she actually did something. Legoshi really be in the right spots at the right time, man. And then they finally exchanged names somehow. I low-key could have sworn they exchanged names at some point. It doesn't really matter if he got the name before, because he got the name now. That means they can basically get married. One day, this dude Legoshi's just walking down the hallway and he sees this gray wolf girl getting bullied. And since he's also a gray wolf, he feels the need to help her out. So he walks up to these two guys, tells them that he's her brother, and then they're on their way. This girl's Juno. I don't really like her, but she's okay, I guess. While Legoshi and his homeboys get a free day off to go and fuck around in the city, then these guys go to a restaurant where they talk about everything but getting employed. When it's time to go back to the dorms, these niggas end up getting lost somehow, some way, and then they conveniently find themselves in the black market, which is basically the one place that they are not allowed to go. And then when Legoshi's like, hey y'all, we not supposed to be here, let's get out of here before something bad happens. Tell me why everybody disagrees with this nigga, bro. So Legoshi just says, fuck y'all, I'm not finna get in trouble, I'm gone. And then he runs directly into the black market for some reason. You know, sometimes he does stupid shit, but hey, Don't we all, right?
No.
And since bro has never eaten meat before, all the scents around him got his brain going crazy. And it got so overwhelming for bro that he just passed out in the back of an alley. And when he wake up, they got his ass in a muzzle chained up to a stick of bamboo. Dude takes the muzzle off of his face, and as soon as he starts yapping, he just gets punched in his shit. If anybody ever got me looking like this, kill me and that nigga, bro. This guy's name is Goheen, and he thinks that Legoshi was passed out in the back of an alley because he ate some kind of herbivore, which is pretty stupid going off of pure chance because there's a million other things you could have done to see if they actually ate a herbivore. Like, I don't know, shit, check their teeth or something. You can check for chunks of meat, clothes, my nigga, or even just blood in general, but no, you want to go off of pure chance. These two actually end up becoming pretty cool. You know, they have a regular conversation without Goheen punching the shit out of him. And then before he goes, Goheen gives him this bunny porn magazine that apparently means that this show takes place in what, like 1963? Who's using magazines? Haru and Louis are just chilling after getting a freak on, minding their business, not bothering nobody. And then Louis got something to do, so he's ready to dip out. And then when Louis is ready to leave, that's when Legoshi big lanky ass pop up outside the door. This dude Legoshi really just be popping up out of nowhere, bro. That shit gotta get scary at some point. While Legoshi and Louis are just walking down the stairs going to class or whatever they had to do, this dude Legoshi just starts sniffing all up on Louis. Nigga smelled Haru all over this man. Nigga definitely knew something was up. What sealed his suspicions was when Louis said, "Then we're just friends." Literally everybody knows that when someone says we're just friends, there's about a 50% chance that they're fucking on the low. Legoshi's best friend Jack is sitting in their dorm room, kinda stressing out about something important. And this important thing involves Legoshi heavily. You would think the way that bro acting, Legoshi killed somebody he found out. But no, all that happened was Jack found Legoshi's porn magazine. So Jack decides to confront Legoshi about it, and the second he does, he gets kicked in his stomach. Nigga Legoshi was hella swift with that kick as well. He was not playing. Straight bad timing. But to my surprise, Legoshi actually opens up to Jack and explains how he feels trouble sometimes. And for the entire show, Legoshi has just been depicted as this awkward guy who just has damn near no social skills, and he's a little bit weird. So I do like that they gave Legoshi a little bit more depth as a character. So writers, you get a kiss. Mwah. When it's time to go home from working at the festival setup, Legoshi asks Haru can he come with her. And since she fucking with Legoshi, she don't really got a reason to say no. These two end up missing the first train, so they gotta sit down and wait for the next one. And while they're waiting, Legoshi tells her probably the worst thing you can say to a girl. Since Haru opens up about her fondness of intercourse with other people, this absolute bonehead says, "I don't think it's a good idea for you to be putting yourself out like that. I want you to cherish yourself." I'm starting to think this nigga is just genuinely stupid. That's fine to think and keep it to yourself if you want to, but saying it out loud dead to her face, nigga, you must want her to hate you. So instead of lashing out, Haru gets up very calmly and says, "I don't want to hear shit from you." Shit, if I was Legoshi, I probably would have preferred her to yell at me or something. That motherfucking cold shoulder, yo. And then when Haru tries to go into the other car to ride without Legoshi, he just grabs onto her arm. And then somehow these two end up arguing while in this position. Now from the outside eye, it looks like Legoshi is harassing this poor herbivore, right? That's why 1,013 goddamn people pull up trying to defend Haru. So despite these two just getting out of an argument, Haru tells Legoshi, "Let's just get out of here." This is low-key what made me like Haru, because she didn't just bail on my nigga like that. These two end up getting away just by sitting in this nasty ass, funky ass stall. Like, I know it's stanking that bitch, man. While these two are just chilling outside, chilling on the bench, Haru opens up about the scar on her arm that she actually got from Legoshi, but she still doesn't know it's him, so shh. Later on in Drama Club, this dude Legoshi is low-key pressing Louis. Like, it's a very low-key kind of press. Basically a whole bunch of me mugging. The reason Legoshi is pressing him is because Legoshi recently found out that he messing with Haru. While everybody getting ready to go home from working on the festival, all of a sudden the blackout happened. The carnivores circle the herbivores so that the carnivores can protect the herbivores. Now while everybody is in the circle, Legoshi realizes that Haru must still be alone out there. So, you know, perfect opportunity to save your crush, you feel me? He tracks her down and he finds her sitting behind this tree. And the second he calls her name out, this girl runs up on him talking about Louis. 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 When the lights come on, she sees that it's Legoshi, and then she starts apologizing and shit. But if you really think about it, she had to do this shit on purpose, yo. I genuinely refuse to believe that you mistook your carnivore male friend scent over your herbivore male situationship boyfriend, whatever the hell y'all are. The next day, Legoshi just makes the decision that he's gonna confess right now. And when he tries to do it the first time, she just completely interrupts him. Okay, kinda rude, but let's just try again. The second time he tries to do it, she interrupts him again. Do this shit one more time. Watch what the fuck happens. So after all this, Legoshi tells Haru to meet him in this spot during the festival tomorrow, and she accepts. So that means, Legoshi, we locked, my nigga. While Haru is just minding her business, sitting on a tree, processing everything that just happened, this motherfucker just gets kidnapped by two big ass lions in broad daylight. This is the first time I've even heard of someone getting kidnapped during the day. I thought that shit happened at like 3 a.m. in pitch black in the street, not fucking 1:30 p.m. on school grounds, my nigga. 3 random dudes bring Haru's shoe to an adult and tells her that Haru's been kidnapped. That's when the mayor pulls up and tells them that he'll handle it and calm down and don't tell nobody else. Now you're probably thinking, oh, it's the mayor, she's finna be all good. Man, hell nah. It's always gotta be some type of corrupt ass politicians in these type of shows. Nigga, rip that card up with no hesitation. Now conveniently, Legoshi walks past those 3 dudes while they were talking about the girl getting kidnapped, and then at the same time, this dude Louis is talking to the mayor, and the mayor wants Louis to just sweep it under the rug. And you know what he does? He says yes. Like, bro, that's your girl. Fuck you mean though? Then we see a little bit of what's going on with Haru. Turns out she got kidnapped by this mafia gang or whatever it is, and this old dude is on straight bullshit, man. Over here asking her all of these questions, buttering her up. Then this nigga gonna have the nerve to say, I will treat you with respect and take off your clothes in the same sentence. Niggas just be lying for no reason, bro. Now obviously Haru doesn't want to do that, so old boy tells her, would you rather be forcefully undressed by 8 big ass lions? I ain't never seen some evil ass shit like this before. Actually, yes, I have. So Haru strips down to her underwear, you know, nothing too crazy. But tell me why old boy gonna say, take all of it off, everything. And Haru not wanting to get the boomstick, she does it anyway. That's when we cut to my nigga Legoshi, who already pulled up to the building on demon time. But he really didn't get to be cool very long, because a lion pulls up and he puts a blick to his back. Like, I actually refuse to believe Legoshi didn't hear him with those big ass ears he got. But Legoshi ends up smelling Haru on this dude, meaning that he's one of the dudes that was touching on her earlier. But old boy probably should have did his research, because whenever Legoshi smells Haru, he start going stupid. But he start geeking like he off a perk and he start beating ass. Full on bum rushes him, grabs his wrist so he can't shoot him, and then points the gun at his own dome. These were probably the only good hits he got in this entire fight. Legoshi didn't even kill him, he just shot a chunk of his ear off, which really only pissed bro off more. And just as soon as Legoshi's finna get his shit blown out, old boy gets shot in the back knee. Thank God, because that lion was really finna split my boy shit. It's none other than my boy Goheen pulling up with the crossbow. I am so happy they got my boy some help. And then Goheen gives Legoshi a little pep talk like he All Might or something, and now it's time to fuck shit up. First thing Legoshi do is bust through that front door. Is 2 people right there. Run up, slip, runs up on the next guy, reads him, back dodge, hug, and throw. Now look right here. This guy right here is stun locked. Your back is turned to this guy behind you. Legoshi should have took out the guy behind him first, and taking out the guy behind him would have given him the opportunity to sweep the leg when the other guy came to him. See, listen to me, I'm clearly a strategic genius. Now since Legoshi didn't follow my advice, he gets quickly dismantled. See, what did I tell you? Now thankfully Goheen walks up to bail him out, shooting one of the guys in the chest and giving Legoshi a chance to run up the stairs to get Haru. He quickly takes care of the bum ass nigga guarding the stairs, takes care of the other guy guarding the stairs, picked up a grown ass man and threw him down the stairs, by the way. And then that's when this unfodder character just walks up and starts beating the shit out of Goheen. Now while he's beating the shit out of Goheen, he's focusing his nose that apparently pandas have nerves in. If I'm being honest, I have no idea if that's true or not. Can somebody fact check me in the comments, please? And since Legoshi is a W mans, he takes a full force hit right to the jaw for my nigga Goheen. Gets thrown against the wall, and while he's being choked out, he smells Haru's scent on this man. They clearly not gonna learn, because every time he smells Haru, he's finna go stupid. Peak example. He grabs this nigga by the shirt and full force headbutts the shit out of him. That's how you know know Legoshi kinda crazy. He took that shit full force while the other guy was slumped. Now Legoshi makes his way to the top of the tower like it's some dungeon or some shit that they just cleared. We cut back to Haru, who's reminiscing over her life, and apparently her entire life she was seen as some weak individual that needed to be protected, and the only way people would just treat her like a normal person was when they was getting freaky and a deaky. So she just kept doing it. I mean shit, huh, you do you. There were a million other ways to go about that, but hey, can't change what you already did, right? Now while Haru is putting up one more effort for her life, this dude Legoshi comes out of nowhere and saves her at the very last second. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to get tired of these convenient last second saves in these animes. Like we all know the main character be sitting behind some kind of door or wall waiting for the best moment to come out and save the bad bitch. They not slick, bro. Legoshi takes off his shirt, throws it at her, and then continues to fight the big bad. This dude Legoshi was clearly unprepared for this because he started getting his ass beat. And then this grown ass lion start chomping on his hand trying to rip the bitch off. And being honest, I don't know what scared me more. The fact that he tried to bite it off or the fact that he couldn't bite it off. And since old boy wanna bite so bad, Legoshi gives him a knee to chew on. And then this is the point. When Legoshi locked in, he tells Haru that she might want to close her eyes or something cause it's finna get messy in this bitch. Nigga get in that boxing pose giving us a tough ass scene that was my wallpaper for like 3 days. And then he just straight bum rushing this nigga. The way Legoshi was acting, you would think this nigga was rabid. Bite into his throat meat, ripping an entire chunk out that bitch. And then he looks at Haru and tells her that it's all over. And just like that, I knew my nigga was up in there. Legoshi pulls Haru into a hug, and then they leave. But we all know Legoshi was way too nice to kill somebody, so old boy was very alive. So just as this guy is about to shoot them from afar, someone puts a blick in his mouth. Whole time, it's my nigga Louis. Nigga Louis said, I want you to beg for your life, bitch. That's when Louis just caps his ass anyway. Oh my god, Louis, who are you? Feeling like you feeling different today. While these two are on their way back to the dorms, they end up getting informed that the last train back to school has left, which means that these two gotta get some cheap ass Love Hotel. Now while these two are in the Love Hotel, this dude Legoshi decides to confess that it was him that almost killed her that one night. This could have gone terribly in any other way, bro. You're so lucky she didn't give a fuck. And then somehow confessing that you almost killed your crush really gets her in the mood. But before they can even get that far, Haru's natural instincts take over and tries to get in his mouth. It might just be me, but my intrusive thoughts would have took over. I probably would have bit her shit off.
Weird, buddy. You're weird.
Season 1 ends with Legoshi confessing his love to Haru. They actually don't get in a relationship at the end of this season, which kind of pissed me off, but if you've seen season 2 and 3, then you already know what happens. The episode ends with Legoshi telling her that he'll get stronger for her, and Haru telling him that she'll wait.